broadly speaking, this is a national problem. Obviously, there are some parts of the country that and some segments that are seeing bigger increases. You mentioned the three-bed house there seeing a significant increase. I mean, there may be a little bit of shuffling around. There are more expensive and cheaper parts of the county, but nonetheless, even when you adjust for that, you look across all different segments in the Clare market, we're seeing an increase of about 5% across the whole county if you take the end of 2025 and compare it to the end of 2024. Now, those with good memories may say, well, hang on, inflation was higher maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and that's true. Across Munster, there were 3 years there, 2020, 1, 2, and 3, where there were double-digit increases, kind of 11-12% increases year on year. Now we're kind of about half that across the province, and Clare is not too far from that. But regardless, a 6% increase or a 5% increase is a substantial increase for those who have to face it. And it comes back to the supply-demand imbalance, that there are so few homes at the moment for those looking for somewhere to live. Across the country as a whole, there were fewer than 1,800 homes on the rental market on the 1st of February. That's the lowest total for the start of February, going back 20 years when we started gathering the statistics. And that gives you a sense of just how tough it is. And it's true in Clare as well. There were, I think, 21 homes in Clare available to rent on the 1st of the month. Normal might be something like 80 to 100.
Yeah, and on your mention of that, less than 200 homes available to rent in Munster alone. If there was less than 200 homes available to rent in Clare, that would be concerning, but across the province is a different story altogether.
It is, and that just shows you how much of a national issue this is. To some extent, the rental challenges in the 2010s were urban. It was Dublin and the other big cities were at the feeling the pinch in terms of jobs increasing, but the rental supply wasn't. Since 2020, since COVID kind of reshuffled demand around the country, it's become a national problem. And in many ways, the last 5 years have been far tougher for renters outside the cities than in the cities. Not at all easy in the cities, but even tougher if you need to live somewhere specific in outside the big cities. There are very few homes coming up on the market at the moment.